The morning mist clung to the Bosnian valleys, wrapping the landscape in a ghostly embrace. It was as if the very air was heavy with the memories of the past, each droplet of mist a silent witness to the history that had unfolded here. The mist was thick and heavy, like a shroud over the war-torn land. It obscured the scars of battle, the remnants of conflict that had ravaged this place. The land seemed to hold its breath, waiting for the dawn to bring a new day. The sun, a pale disk, struggled to pierce the gloom. Its light was weak, barely managing to break through the dense fog. Yet it persisted, a symbol of hope and resilience in a land that had seen so much darkness. Birdsong was muted, almost non-existent. The usual chorus of dawn was replaced by an eerie silence, as if the birds themselves were mourning the loss and devastation that had befallen their home. The only sounds were the whisper of the wind and the distant rumble of artillery. These sounds were a stark reminder that peace was still a distant dream, and the echoes of war were never far away. It was the 28th of February, 1994, a date that would be etched into the annals of history, a day that would see the dawn of a new chapter in the ongoing conflict. The war had been raging for almost 2 years. It had torn apart communities, shattered lives, and left an indelible mark on the landscape and its people. This morning, the ghosts of war would awaken. They would rise from the mist, their presence felt in every shadow, every whisper of the wind. They would take to the skies. High above the verbose river, eyes scanned the sky, searching for signs of the enemy, for any hint of danger. 6 pairs of eyes, belonging to 6 pilots, were focused and determined. These men were about to embark on a mission that would test their skills, their courage, and their resolve. They were about to embark on a mission that would take them into the heart of the conflict, into the very skies that had seen so much bloodshed and bravery. It was a mission fraught with danger, a mission that would change their lives forever. They were NATO pilots, part of an international effort to bring peace to this troubled land. This was their first combat mission. The weight of responsibility hung heavy on their shoulders, but they were ready. They had trained for this moment, and now it was time to put that training to the test. They were about to face their baptism by fire. The skies above Bosnia would become their proving ground, a place where they would confront their fears and find their strength. As the dawn broke over the valley, the stage was set for a day that would go down in history. The pilots, the mist, the land, all were poised on the brink of a new beginning. The pilots were the tip of the spear, the sharp end of NATO's resolve. They were the brave souls who took to the skies, knowing the risks, yet driven by a sense of duty and honor. Each mission was a testament to their courage and commitment. They flew F-16 Fighting Falcons, agile and reliable aircraft that had served them well over the years. These jets were their trusted companions in the sky, their lifeline in the face of danger. These were formidable machines, but they were outdated. The technology, once cutting edge, now lagged behind the advancements of their adversaries. They were no match for the MiG-29s and Su-27s of the Serbian Air Force. These enemy jets were faster, more maneuverable, and equipped with superior weaponry. The pilots knew this. They knew the odds were stacked against them. Every briefing reminded them of the challenges they would face, the dangers that lurked in the skies. But they were determined to complete their mission. The pilots' faces were grim, etched with a mixture of fear and resolve. They had trained for this moment, and they would not falter. The pilots' faces were grim, etched with a mixture of fear and resolve. They had trained for this moment, and they would not falter. They were all experienced flyers, veterans of countless training missions. Each pilot had honed their skills through years of rigorous practice and simulation. But nothing could have prepared them for this. This was real. The stakes were higher than ever before, and the consequences of failure were unthinkable. This was war. The fate of innocent lives hung in the balance. Every decision, every maneuver could mean the difference between life and death. They had to succeed. Failure was not an option. The weight of their mission pressed heavily on their shoulders, but they were ready to carry it. The pre-flight checks were completed in tense silence. Each pilot went through the motions mechanically. Their minds were already in the air, replaying countless scenarios, anticipating every possible threat. The air crackled with static and apprehension. The weight of responsibility sat heavy on their shoulders. NATO Flight Alpha, you are cleared for takeoff. The voice from the control tower was calm, professional. But even through the static, the pilots could detect a hint of tension. They acknowledged the order with curt nods. One by one, the F-16S roared to life. The engines screamed, spitting fire and fury. The jets taxied down the runway and soared into the morning sky. Section 4, Fox 1. The call sign echoed through the cockpit, a signal that the battle was about to begin. The tension in the cockpit was palpable. Every second felt like an eternity as the pilots prepared for what was to come. Every muscle in Captain Mark Williams' body was taut. He could feel the weight of the mission pressing down on him. His eyes darted from one instrument panel to another, scanning for any sign of danger. The cockpit was a symphony of lights and sounds, each one demanding his attention. He gripped the control stick tightly, his knuckles white. The pressure was immense, but he knew he had to stay focused. His wingman, Lieutenant Chris Maverick Davies, flew in tight formation, his face a mask of concentration. They had trained for this moment countless times. Suddenly, Williams's radar screen lit up. The sudden change in the display sent a jolt of adrenaline through his veins. A blip, moving fast, heading straight for them. The enemy was closing in, and there was no time to lose. Maverick, bogey at 2 o'clock, hi. Williams' voice was calm, but urgent, a testament to his training and experience. His voice was tight, controlled. Fox 1! Fox 1! The command was clear, and there was no room for hesitation. Maverick's voice was high-pitched with adrenaline. The reality of the situation was sinking in, and the stakes were higher than ever. A missile streaked past Williams' cockpit, so close he could feel the heat. They were under attack. The battle had truly begun, and there was no turning back. Section 5. Dogfight over Bosnia. The sky erupted in a chaotic ballet of death. F-16S twisted and turned, desperately trying to evade the incoming missiles. Tracers lit up the sky, painting deadly streaks of light. The roar of jet engines was deafening, punctuated by the thud of explosions. Williams pulled his F-16 into a tight turn, the G-forces pressing him hard against his seat. He caught a glimpse of a Serbian MiG-29 through the mist, its guns blazing. He squeezed the trigger, unleashing a volley of cannon fire. The MiG veered away, trailing smoke. Section 6, Flight for Survival. The dogfight raged on, but the NATO pilots were outnumbered, outgunned. Their only hope was to escape back to base. Williams barked orders to his wingman, his voice strained. "Break right, Maverick, I'll cover you." But it was too late. Another missile streaked towards them, this time finding its mark. Williams watched in horror as Zarek's F-16 exploded in a ball of fire. "Zarek, no!" Williams screamed into the radio, his voice raw with anguish. But there was no answer, only the hiss of static. Section 7. Scars and Shadows. The surviving F-16S limped back to base, battered and bruised. They had survived their baptism by fire, but they were forever changed by the experience. The skies over Bosnia had claimed one of their own. The Banja Luka incident was a wake-up call. It was a stark reminder of the human cost of war. The pilots returned as heroes, but they carried the scars of battle, both visible and invisible. They